Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is just some stuff I picked up from my Walmart grocery hoarder. I have been on a no-buy for all of August and it was a very long 31 days. I'm excited to be done with that nonsense. I think that next time I decide I need a no-buy, we're gonna go with low buy. That feels a little bit more reasonable to me. Anyway, I picked up a bunch of stuff from Walmart. Got some new stuff that I grabbed from Amazon. If you want to see what I used and what I thought of everything, let's get into it. I'm about to have a mostly naked face, just a bit of foundation, concealer, eye primer, I think. I don't know, it was like an hour ago I did all those steps. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do. I really appreciate your time. I'm trying out the Catrice True Skin foundation again. I'm still not a huge fan. I don't hate it. I think it looks okay. It's definitely not the full coverage it was proclaimed to be, but I don't hate it. And then I'm using my NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer. And this is in the shade Natural, if you're wondering. And the foundation is Neutral Toffee 046 is the number on it. So I did a Walmart pickup like we always do, and I added some makeup. Since my no-buy is over, I needed a quick fix. So I ordered a bunch of stuff with my Walmart groceries this week, and one of the things I picked up is the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. I swatched it yesterday. I think it feels pretty nice, so I'm gonna go in with that today. I'm gonna start with this lightest shade right here, which of course, they don't have names. And I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator Brush. This is one with like the little spatula thingy. I really love this brush for cream blush, so I thought we could try it with this cream contour. I also like it for my Huda cream contour bronzer that I have. I do actually have plans to go out today. Mike and I are gonna go get some fall decor. I have some. Last year was the first time we decorated for fall. I mean, aside from like stuff Jackson's been into and things like that, mostly because I've pretty much hated the idea of fall since forever, because it means it's gonna be cold and winter's coming. But last year I decided to try to find the good. And so with that comes a little bit of shopping. I'm gonna dip into this darkest shade right here because that didn't really do a whole lot, so ever so gently. So anyway, I figured if I decorated, which I love to do, I love decorating for Christmas, so I thought if I approached fall with the same kind of enthusiasm as I do Christmas, maybe it would lessen how much I dislike fall and the cold. So, and it helped a lot last year. And I didn't go too crazy, just, you know, bought some stuff to do like the living room and kitchen a little bit. But now I want to decorate in here too. So we need more stuff. I think I'm gonna go in with this like warmer shade and try to do a bronzer type deal. That one. I will say these creams blend out beautifully. So that's pretty cool. Don't panic, I will be going over all of this with the brush I used for my foundation to help blend it a bit more. Right now we're just slapping it on. Though I do really like that. I am gonna go in with this cream color shade right here to try and clean up just down here a little bit. I want a bit more definition under here. All right, I'm just gonna bounce all over that with the brush I use with my foundation. Get a little bit of a blend. I'm just patting, I'm not dragging. Just patting it in, stippling. I like that. I definitely think with cream products you get more of a subtle look, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to quickly powder down everything with my Nakia Joy Cosmetics powder. This is hands down my absolute favorite powder to have ever existed. It is the best, at least in my opinion. I have pretty oily skin, specifically in my T-zone, and this definitely helps keep the oils at bay, and it just looks really nice over my skin, which is not young. It's been around the block a time or two, so I've got some texture, I've got some wrinkles, and this is just a really nice powder. I am avoiding my under eyes for a minute. I want to make sure there's no settling of the concealer before I powder that. So I'm gonna go with my concealer brush just to make sure everything's patted out as smoothly as it can be. And then I'm not going to add any more powder to my puff. I'm just going to dab gently under my eyes. That's that. Of course, there's still wrinkles. There's going to be. It's my under eyes, but the concealer shouldn't settle anymore, and it should look pretty okay. I just use a tiny bit, otherwise my under eyes look really bad because the powder sucks all the moisture out and everything just wrinkles up and it's not cute. All right. I may still need to go in with some bronzer. We'll burn that bridge when we get there. Okay, I'm going to quickly off camera put on my brows, and then I'll come back with some more new stuff I picked up from Walmart. For brows, I just went in real quick with my Benefit Brow Styler. I used the pencil end, and then my Milk Makeup Cush Fiber Brow Gel, and then my NYX Control Freak Clear Brow Gel. I'm liking the two different brow gels lately. I know it seems like an extra step, but I think it makes a difference in how my brows look and stay throughout the day. For blush, I grabbed three new blush products. I picked up this e.l.f. Bright Pink blush, just a random pink blush. I don't have a whole lot of powder blush in my collection, so I'm going to start building that. And then I grabbed the Luminoso Baked Powder Blush from Milani. I've been hearing about this for ages and ages and ages, and so I thought, man, I should grab it. Everyone likes it, there's gotta be a reason. And then because, okay, so the eyeshadow I'm gonna use today is the same as this blush, but I've been hearing a lot about Profusion. I've never used anything from them as far as I can remember. So I picked up this 6-pan blush and highlighter palette. It looks really pretty. I tried to get this peachy one, which I was successful in, and like the pinker version. They didn't have the pink one apparently, so they substituted with a second peachy palette. So that's gonna go in a giveaway for a later time because I definitely don't need to. So I think I really wanna try the Luminoso blush from Milani. And I may go in with one of these blush topper type things to add some luminosity, which I believe the Luminoso already has. But maybe I can use it as a blush topper / highlighter. That could be cute. Okay, so I'm gonna dip into the Luminoso. Ooh, holy heck, Batman. That's not what I was expecting. This is a baked formula. I expected it would be a little more hard pressed. Okay, let's careful. This is certainly fluffier than I imagined it was going to be. Dipped back in for just a tiny bit more. Ooh, that's really pretty. Boy, howdy. No wonder this is all the rage all over the YouTubes. That's absolutely flipping gorgeous. Yep. I get the hype now. So pretty. Okay, do I think that needs more highlight? No. Am I gonna add some anyway? Yep, I certainly am. So there's this shade right here called Star Coral, and then this one which is called Fantasia. I think I might just boop into both of them. Cute. Booped back into both just for a little bit more. Oh yeah, I like that. And then a knot, so a little bit for my Cupid's bow, my schnoz. Maybe a little on the chin. Should we do it? I have a giant zit on my chin. Okay, it's not giant, but it showed up unexpectedly and unwelcomed. It made its own self at home on my chin. Okay, I grabbed this from Walmart as well. It's the Milani Conceal and Perfect Shine Proof Powder. I got it in this shade Fair, which is obviously way too light for me. But recently, I've been dipping into my powder foundations just to kind of buff in here. After I add blush and highlighter, just like to blend out any edges. I've really been liking the way that looks. And yeah, I chose a lighter shade because I do like the brighter effect in the center of my face. Doesn't do a boatload, but I like what it does do. So yeah, I might be tempted to pick this up in a darker shade. We'll have to see. So as I mentioned, I wanted to try out the Profusion eyeshadow palettes. They are $4.98 at Walmart, so seriously affordable. I picked up 4 palettes. This was not one that I wanted. They didn't have the one I wanted, so they substituted for this one. I won't be using this one today. It's a rainbow palette. I'm sure I'll try it at some point, but not today. And I grabbed the Emeralds, which looks stunning if you like green eyeshadow and can open it. So this is what the green one looks like. They swatched really nicely. I think I'm gonna like this one a lot. A swatch doesn't tell you everything, so we'll have to see. And then I grabbed the mauves because beautiful, like that one a lot. The only other one they had that I was able to get is the rubies. Now brace yourself, it's broken. It wasn't broken when it was put in the truck, but there was an accident when it got home. So it is an absolute disaster area, but look at those shades. The ones that survived are beautiful. I think I want to use this one today. If I can do it without getting the shimmer all over me, because I do have to actually go out into the world. If the quality of this is everything I hope it is, I may pick up another one that will hopefully not be broken, because these colors scream fall to me. Oh, I also grabbed a new brush. I know, last thing I need is a new brush, but this is the e.l.f. concealer brush, and I thought that'd be really good for shimmer on the inner corner. So we'll play with this one today too. Maybe worth mentioning that the Ulta 21 days sale is happening now, and coming up the last week, they have it brushes. Some of the collections are 50% off. So if you are looking for some brushes, highly recommend these. Oh my gosh, these are the it brushes for Ulta. This is the, what did I just say it was? Airbrush Blending Crease. I have 3 in my lap right now. I love these brushes. Before I discovered the Rephr and Wayne Goss brushes, this was my favorite crease brush. So I'm gonna start out with this very messy shade called Sizzle in my crease. And I'm probably gonna use both of those brighter reds and the purple. These all have names, which I think is nice if you're trying to follow a tutorial. I have no idea how these perform. I know nothing about these shadows, so I'm hoping to not get any fallout, of course, because my face is done. Well, it's pigmented, so that's a good. That blended really nicely and didn't take that long. My eyelids are prepped with the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. That's all I use. I am going to pick up the MAC Paint Pot. They're 50% off on the 9th for the Ulta sale, and people rave about that. And so I think I'm gonna try that because I love, 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 love how this eye primer makes my eyeshadow wear, but getting it on and blended in is just, it's a right pain in the butt. All right, so that Sizzle shade's beautiful. No complaints there. I think next we're gonna go in with this red shade called Rouge. There's Rouge and Ruby. The Ruby one seems to have a little bit of sparkle in it. So we'll start with Rouge and see where that gets us. Oh, I really, really went in, and that's all that came up on my brush. Well, that's super disappointing. Let's try the Ruby shade. I gotta clear off some of the shimmers that are on it. All right, come on, come through, Ruby shade. That's better. It's definitely not wabam, heavily pigmented in your face shade. But I suppose when you're working with red, maybe you don't want crazy pigmentation, so I don't mind building it. And it blends beautifully, so can't complain about that. Let's go with a little bit more. It is building on top of that orange beautifully. No patchiness. There's no yuck happening. All right, so on my third one, I really want to dip into this purple shade called Love Struck and work that on the outer corner and up into the crease. All right, I really got that packed in my brush, and I tapped off any extra. I'm hoping this will just deepen up the outer corner a bit. It may not. We may need to go in with the brown. All right, let's go into the brown shade called Auburn. I bailed on that purple pretty quick. Yep. It was starting to look a bit sunsetty, and that was not what I was going for. But I do think if I put that purple up where the orange was, and then went in with some browns, that could be beautiful. Should I do 2 different looks? I do have to go out, but I don't know. Do I care? I'm not sure I do. I'm just going in with a clean blending brush to blend out this inner eye. My eyelids are wrinkly, and so sometimes it gets funky, but a clean brush will take care of it, no problem. Done and done. I think I'm gonna go with this one called Orbit. I'm gonna test out that new brush from e.l.f. and the Orbit shade. I put the shadow on my brush and then sprayed it with some setting spray. It's pretty. I don't think it's necessarily a thing to write home about, but it's pretty. I'm not mad at it. I think I'm gonna go in the shade Studio, which is a darker metallic-y shade, and just put that out here to blend the two metallic shade with the darker brown. It's actually really pretty. That brown shade's really pretty. And I'm gonna go in with that purple shade first on my crease. Just like we did with the orange on the other side. The trick to wearing two different eyeshadow looks on one face is making sure the colors kind of go together. So the same sort of shape, lighter on top, darker, darker, darker. As long as they look somewhat the same, it should look okay. Still funky for sure, but still okay. And then I want to go in with that red shade Ruby. Tap off. Get that going. There hasn't been any fallout from these shadows. I am tapping off, but I'm still loading up my brush. Yeah, I mean, that red doesn't give you much. I wonder if I tip into this Fireball shade, which is a bit more of a muted red. And yet, that's gorgeous. Interesting. And now into that brown shade called Auburn. And the same brush I used to blend the other eye on the inner corner, I'm doing the same thing over here. There's just gonna be wrinkles. My eyelids are old. 43 years they've been at it, so there's gonna be some wear and tear. I'm gonna take the shade Studio, which was the darker shade I put on the outer corner. That's really, really pretty. And then go back in with that Orbit shade, which was the shade we used on the very inner corner from the other eye, and put that just in here. I think that's cute. I'll probably use the Profusion highlighter on my inner corners. Yeah, just on a fluffy shadow brush. I'm just gonna blend that out here. Yeah, that's a lot better. The brown on the outside. corner. I think I want to put the orange on the inner. Blend the two. And then I think for my other eye, I will do the purple. I'm gonna dip into, let's go with Star Coral, this highlighty shade for my very inner corners. I'm gonna go off camera and do mascara, which will be my Bye Bye Panda Eyes from Essence. I'm gonna try out this new lash glue liner. I have it in clear. I picked it up in black so I could see how that goes. I'm gonna throw on some false lashes. These are just the Lashaholic luxury lashes. I've used them before. I try to take care of my lashes so I can use them a bunch of times, especially if they're luxury lashes, because I'm not buying expensive lashes. I'll go in with a lip, some eyeliner, just probably brown in my waterline, both top and bottom. And then I'll come back and we'll wrap this up. Okay, I am all done. I did some mascara, like I said, Bye Bye Panda Eyes from Essence, my Milk eyeliner in the shade CEO, which we can't find anymore. And then I did, my lip is actually, everything on my face is Drugstore except for my brow gel and my eyeliner. How funny is that? So I used the lip liner from NYX in the shade Nude, and then the NYX Professional Makeup Shine Loud lipstick and lip gloss in the shade Born to Hustle. The eyelash glue liner thing is amazing. I have the clear one, which I really like. The black one is just as good and easier because you can use it as eyeliner, which hides the lash band, and glue. So super happy with that. I did have to go in with some bronzer from Hourglass on my forehead and my cheekbones. I just needed a bit more color than what I had from just the cream contour shades that came in that e.l.f. palette, which I do like. So I think everything that I used new, I definitely like, will use again. Most of the time when I use cream products, I do go over them with powder products before I finish my face, so that's not a surprise for me. As for the eyeshadow palette, the Rubies one, I am not mad at any of it. I like both looks that I got. They were super fast. They blended really, really well. I'm happy. I'm excited to try the other palettes that I picked up. If you want to see them in a video, leave a comment and let me know. Otherwise, I'll just use them off camera and maybe give you a recap at some point. There is a lot of new makeup coming my way. I did order from Sephora. I have the new Natasha Denona Retro palette coming. I paid for the 2-day shipping. But apparently that's more of a, you might get it in 2 days if you give us your money. However, that's TBD, and if we feel like it or not, because it definitely didn't come in 2 days. I ordered it the day before it was released and still hasn't gotten here. They're claiming tomorrow, so fingers crossed, but we'll see. The world is crazy. Mail is tricky. So that'll be coming, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Share this video if you think someone might like it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you should do that now. I'm posting 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just around noon EST. Hopefully that continues. We're coming into fall, so it's gonna be cold and I won't be going very far. Anyway, be good and remember to be kind to you.